Conor McGregor felt off. This is what I have been hearing from some of the biggest MMA media outlets, from former fighters, from the biggest podcasts on the internet. Conor McGregor was off. Conor McGregor was off. He looked different. He was acting different. This is a guy that had just gone on a decade-long cocaine and alcohol bender, cheating on his wife, doing drugs, living a not great life in the public light. And he's coming back. He's claiming to have a new faith in God, which I hope is sincere. I hope it's authentic. I hope he sticks to that. But he's coming back. Put yourself in his mind. I'm going to change. I'm going to be different. I'm going to show the world I'm a new man. What do you think he wants to do? Do you think he wants to go out there and not entertain? I bet maybe not more than ever, but at least to a great extent, he wanted to go out there and put on a fantastic show. Get in his mind for a second. The world is against me. My country is against me. Or at least he probably feels like that. A lot of the Irish fans have completely abandoned him. This is a guy that's going out there for his first time in so long. Do you really think that he's going out there to just, what they call it, phoning it in? Put on a crappy performance? No, I don't think so. So when people are talking about his walkout and he's behaving different, yeah, he claims to be a changed man. Of course he's changing different. He's acting different if he's truly changed. Well, he was saying hi to the fans, and he was acting differently, and he was serious face, and he looked nervous. He's a different person. Hopefully he actually is. Let me take you back to the Sean Strickland fight with Israel Adesanya. Took place in Australia, if my mind serves me. Sean walked out. We heard him all week long. Blah, blah, blah. He's getting, he's punching some fan on the beach, and he's, talking such smack to Adesanya, and the fans are eating it up. The Australians embraced him. They loved his brash willingness to just speak his mind. He's loudmouth. He's smiling. He's joking. He's saying things that are getting everyone all, upset, to say the least. He shows up and walks out for this fight against Adesanya. A scary fight, to be sure. He looked like he just saw a ghost. He looked terrified. He looked scared. He looked depressed, like he had already been informed that he's going to lose this fight, but you got to go out there anyways. That's how he looked. He wasn't waving, being crazy. He just walked the octagon, pretty serious, sad-looking face on him. And he dominated one of the best fighters in his weight class in the world at that time. MMA fans, I don't know if this is a sport fan issue at large, but MMA fans for sure, goldfish memory, meaning they don't remember anything. I mean, you see this and it's like people are brainwashed and they don't remember anything. How a fighter behaves before the fight is not indicative of him winning or not. You can have somebody doing flips and cartwheels like Adesanya, and sure, he went out there when he did those things and he was performing, but you can have a fighter do those things and then underperform. I mean, my mind goes to, I'm blanking right now, but there was a fighter out of that Brazil. There's a few Brazilian fighters, South American fighters, and they're all on a fight team. Caio Barillo. There's a few others, but it's one of the lighter fighters. Anyways, he's bald. He has this whole thing where he's screaming in the microphone and calling his opponent names, and he's barking. There's a reason I don't remember his name. I don't have a lot of respect for him. He's barking before the fight, and then he loses. I think he loses to... Oh man, my mind is not serving me right now. I can't recall who he lost to. Terrible hair, amazing fighter, a lot of respect for this guy. The point being, you can put on a show, maybe you lose. You can look serious, maybe you win. He went out there with that look that everyone is overanalyzing, and then they start overanalyzing this foot thing where he's taking, oh my word. I mean, just the delusion, it's called blissful ignorance, when you're willing to step into delusion willingly and without critique and without objective reality mixed in, and just go, oh, he stumbled. So you're having everyone jump on him. He looks different. He was injured before the fight. Man, of course he looked different. Even if he stayed the same Conor, he's probably going to look different. He might approach it in a different way. I think he went into that fight to amaze. Think about the mentality of a man who says he's changed, who potentially has changed his ways. How can I show the world? How can I be that guy again? Because he wants to be that guy still. That part hasn't changed. What does he do? He wants to throw a kick with the very leg that was broken. He's going to throw that kick to prove a point. And not only that, he's going to throw that broken leg into his opponent's head the first second of the fight. If he lands that kick, this whole conversation is different. Oh, he's the best ever, and I always knew he had it. But those same people that say, I always knew, those same people are willing to detract. They're not willing to be objective about it. They're going to be hypocritical regardless of the outcome. If one thing happens, well, this is the reality. If another thing happens, well, no, it was something else completely. It's a shifting of narratives, and we've seen that, play out in politics and politicians in general. If he had landed that kick, what would we be talking about right now? Conor's the greatest of all time? Of course. He's one of the greatest ever. Of course he did that. I always knew. I think he went out there to amaze. He wanted to find a way to captivate the audience. What better way than throw the very kick that was injured and knock a guy out? Was it smart? Was it maybe the best move? Doesn't really matter. Conor knew how to work the headlines. Conor knew how to amaze audiences. Conor knew how to get people talking. What better way to get people talking than knock someone out with the kick? I hope he returns. I need resolution to this. I would like resolution to this. Max, Conor 3. That's what I'd like. I want to see if this man has changed. It sounds like he is. He was tweeting out, a Christian, it's called the Apostles' Creed or the Nicene Creed. I can't remember right now. But it's an elongated version of it. I'm actually not too familiar with the version that he put out, and I haven't analyzed it very well. So don't come at me if there's some theologically unsound stuff. The point being, he's a changed guy. I hope it's authentic. And I want to see him back in the octagon. Now, if he didn't go through this big change thing, it would be a lot harder to root for a guy and respect a guy. When they get in that octagon, I just look at them as athletes. When they're out on the outside of the octagon acting a fool, it's hard for me to have very much respect for people who are doing a lot of morally reprehensible things, or allegedly. I'll leave that to you guys to argue about. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys want highly produced and edited, lots of effort documentaries, go check out Owen Lee Productions. I appreciate you guys so much.